through what you've said, it's one of the challenges that we continue to have as women. And just that you've reached around and not just through your profession, but through your heart, have helped others. When we work so hard at finding our purpose or to wear a crown, what are some of the things that you use to strengthen yourself through that process to continue to feel worthy, to be strong, and to just hold yourself in purpose?
Before I even answer that question, I am going to define what a crown is. And so we can determine whether or not we are true to our crowns. First of all, each and every one of us, we have a crown. God gave it to us. We are his children, and he is the king. So we are the princesses and the prince, right? And so, what is the significance of that crown? It is the dignity, the power, the authority that God gives us. It is the power we have in our hands, but not arrogance. You know when someone is powerful when they exude that kind of humility. And so that's what the crown represents. Now, the thing is, we are given a crown, but do we wear our crown? Some of us, we may take our crown off and we put it down and it gathered dust. Or we may be so intimidated by others or bad treatment by others that we forget the significance of our crown and we do not walk into our purpose. And so we have to define what our crown is before we can say whether or not is it straight, is it crooked, or how we are going to help another sister to fix the crown. And so I go on the biblical principles, the 5 P's they are talking about by Paul, and you find them in Galatians and Ephesians. And what the 5 P's are is your position, your perseverance, the power that God has given you, and you utilize it well. The price, it's like running a race, and you're running for the prize. When you get that prize, the price is what you do and how hard you work to keep your crown. And the 5th P is people. When you get your crown, it's not just for you to hold on to, but it's to help to bring the next person. So those are the 5 P's representation of our crown.
That is significant, Dr. Rose. I think I missed one of the P's. I have position, perseverance, price, people,
Power.
power. I
Power.
want some. I
Ugh.
want someone to drop that in the chat. One of my assistants behind the screen. Please go ahead and drop that in the chat for us. Position, perseverance,
Yes.
price,
Mhm.
people, and power. That
Yes.
is significant. Thank you so much for giving those 5 P's. Dr. Rosemary, as you spoke, as I was watching you speaking, I am thinking of it. You see, I believe that you have to actually be wearing a crown or know that you have a crown on before you can fix it. The topic says fix your crown. Fix
Yes.
your crown. How does a woman or a lady knows how to fix that crown? How does she know that she's actually wearing a crown in order to fix it?
Dr. Janice, you know when you're wearing your crown, in that regardless of what it is that you have possessed, regardless of what your title is, what your accolades are, you are filled with love and compassion and humility. And the grace of God is on you. It shows on you. It said, by the fruit you shall know them. I should not have to open my mouth before you look at me to say, I think that woman is filled with grace. or that woman over there is filled with grace. It's the way you treat people. It's after gaining the stars on your crown. And when you start to give those stars to others and lose yourself in Him and allow others to come to the table and dine with you. It's when you give sacrificially. It's when you think about the next person's need before your need. You know that you're wearing your crown. Someone should just look on you and see that grace and that beauty and know that your heart is clean and you're ready to take care of your sister. I am wearing white this evening, not because I think that I'm pure, but my heart is pure. My heart is pure. And I give. And let the beauty of Jesus be seen in me. And that's when you know that you're wearing your crown. It's when you can forgive. It's when you know that someone has hurt you and you can forgive. But we must understand too that sometimes you forgive those who hurt you, but they themselves, they block you. And if they block you, you can't enter. But what we can do, we can pray. We can go down into fasting and prayer, and we can pray and we can ask God to do something, to work through us, to get through to the next person. And we know that when we wear our crown, you just see that beauty. You say so much without saying so much.
That is indeed powerful. I just wrote one word on my paper, and it's evidence.